sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've handled all covers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 away to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
On the other side,
and Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Let's go. 60 by 6. 60.
Ortiz throwing to start the drive.
to the sideline and incomplete. The partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
At the 36-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Ortiz.
Pass complete, George Pickens with it.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down.
Off the play fake. Ortiz.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for Steelers. First down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go, set.
Off play action. Ortiz.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10. Yard line.
That's another.
We know. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling
Winds
on the
up
field
a
is
very good
reversed.
call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Here's Ortiz off the bootleg. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. You look at this Browns defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
79.
Looking to throw. Ortiz.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
DK Metcalf, 38 yards. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked those progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he
out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Ortiz.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
17-yard line. A gain of only a yard.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's good.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake. Ortiz.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, he'll drop the throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Now Ortiz throwing to start the drive.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Ortiz going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
On the coverage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
To throw is Ortiz. Throwing to start the drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
2nd down and 10.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens, 71 yards. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Operating from the gun, Ortiz.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw, Ortiz.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Oh, nice move. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Off play action, Ortiz. Touchdown!
Darnell Washington,
32 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback.
Okay, ready? Ready? 60.
Now a play fake here on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Here we go. Here we go. Take off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
You might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Hut, hut.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Gets past one man. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
So from the 37, here's second and a couple.
Off the play fake, Ortiz.
That is incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blitz.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
They go play action here on first down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So 8 on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Off play action, Ortiz. Here's one deep for Pickens. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot down.
Ready, ready. Bronco 80. Go.
Ortiz now. Throwing to start the drive.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Baron Browning showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
At the Browns' 11-yard line.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Ortiz, off play action. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Throw left side taken in by Washington. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Ortiz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
If partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did.